Okay, down to business. Reconciliation worksheet, another one of these lovely worksheets that Dan had way too much time on his hands again. And if you want to applaud that, go ahead. Anyway, on our reconciliation worksheets, we need to determine between the amount that you are going to settle on and the amount of excise tax the treasurer has on the cash book. And the amount that you're including is the amount of your cutoff date, and the amount on the 49TC is the amount that the treasurer has on the cash book at the day of certification. Now, to get the reconciling difference, everyone knows when you reconcile something, you need to know what the difference is between the amount certified and the amount you're distributing. So we need to pinpoint what that difference amount is. And as long as you're doing our reconciling worksheet and one of those amounts are on that worksheet in one of the proper lines, then you're going to be good to go. So, on line 1, and also you should have in your, I put in the packet is a sample of the excise reconciliation worksheet if you want to follow along with that as well. And line 1 is the amount the treasurer is certifying, and that's the amount on the cash book that he puts on the 49TC when they complete the 49TC. The excise amount that they're going to put on this would include your vehicle auto, your boat or watercraft, depends on what you call it, your auto rental, your aircraft, and the excise tax cut replacement credit or lottery, whatever you call that. If the treasurer is including and lumping in that amount, SIR and wheel tax, it does not go on the 49TC. So if you think you've got an unidentified difference and your county has SIR and wheel tax, we need to work with the treasurer to figure out if any of that money's sitting in there, okay? Line 2 of the worksheet is for you to enter in any advances that you've done on your excise tax prior to settlement. And line 3, well, that's the amount of excise you're going to distribute, and that would be on the 49TC column 12. Now on line 4, this is the excise distributed to county general. Some of you have gotten boat refunds and you pay that from the county general fund. Well, you need to reimburse the county general. If you just took the money straight out of excise and put it into general, then we need to deduct that amount from the excise reconciliation because that's where some of the money went. Note that prior to you doing, I have to back into the settlement for a minute, the excise allocation worksheet, don't include, you need to back out those refunds before you even calculate that worksheet, okay? The welfare and school allocations on line 5, you can get those from the excise reconciliation worksheet and that amount goes there. Then we get down to line 6, which of course is the first difference amount, and that comes from the certified amount plus your advance draw, minusing out the amount distributed at settlement, anything reimbursed to general, and anything we're going to minus out the school and welfare excise allocation. Again, all these amounts are entered as positive amounts, and the formula is going to do the calculation for you. 99.9% of the time you will have a difference on this line. Very rarely are you going to have a zero difference, okay? Of course, the excise tax cut amount, this is the amount that you're including in your settlement, but the treasurer has not put on the cash book yet, and it wasn't in the certification. And then line 8 is the excise after your cutoff date. This is the excise the treasurer's posted to the cash book after your cutoff date, and you're not including it in settlement. So they've included that amount in the certification, but it's not in settlement because it's after your cutoff date. Excise included in settlement but not certified by the treasurer on line 9. This is excise you've included, but the treasurer has not even posted it to the cash book yet. Sometimes the treasurer only posts stuff to the cash book once a month, so they might not have posted this money yet. And that would be a reconciling item. And your reconciling difference, it should equal 0. Sometimes it's not going to, and we need you to identify that money. Don't panic. If it's not 0 and you can't identify it this June, I'm not going to hold up your settlement for that, okay? I'm going to make you look for it over the summer and see if we can't determine what it is before your next settlement. If at the next settlement you still have that unreconciled difference and it's still the same difference, then at that time I will send you a worksheet called to allocate out what we call unidentified excise that you can work up from the December settlement before the next June settlement so we can get that money distributed to the taxing units. Okay? So don't panic if there's not a 0 amount there. I will help you. And don't feel like you have to put a number in there to get it to 0 so I'll approve you. Okay? We have our suspicions. On there, the next sheet, you're going to find our contact information at the Auditor of State's office. But I did want to include for you that if you are missing or need reports for your auto rental, Valerie Hunt at the Department of Revenue is your contact for that. If you don't remember her name or number, of course, we'll always take your call. Anything on aircraft excise, that's Dave Paquette at Department of Revenue, and there's his number and email. Both of them are extremely helpful, so give them a call. If you don't remember who they are, give us a call. And